Guys, how we doing? My name is Joey Guzzo, head strength coach here at Stan State. I'm an executive chef, Caleb Cisco, and we're going to talk about chicken preparation for you here this afternoon.
First off, I bought this here down at our local grocery store. This was about $9 for 3 8-ounce chicken breasts. These 3 8-ounce chicken breasts will last you about 3 days with the meals that I'm going to be preparing here. And so let's start out by searing a chicken breast. Okay, again, we want to add just a little bit of oil to coat the pan. Make sure your pan is nice and hot. You want to hear a sizzle whenever you drop your chicken. So you want to start out, if you're using a gas burner, you want to start out on high heat until your oil reaches the smoke point, and then you want to turn it down to medium heat. All right, so it's about reaching its smoke point. So I just want to take a chicken breast. And I usually go the nicer side down. It's called the presentation side. That's the first side you want to sear, because that's the side that you'll be seeing whenever you go to eat it, okay? So you want to hear that sizzle. Okay? And if you're wearing gloves, it's always good to change your gloves at this time. And or if you're not wearing gloves, which most of you will be doing, you need to thoroughly wash your hands after you handle raw chicken or raw meat. All right, so when you're searing your chicken, you want to let it sear on each side for about 5 minutes. That's going to give it a nice golden color and a nice texture when you go to bite into it. All right, and again, at this time while you're searing your chicken, you should have your oven set to 350, already preheated, ready to go. Whenever I take it off this burner, I'm going to put it directly into the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes until the internal temperature of the chicken is 165. Again, a little pepper, a little salt, sizzle is good. All right, give it a nice flip. You'll see it's got a nice golden color to it, and it's beginning to cook nicely. Okay, so I'll do the same thing on the other side for about 4 minutes until it gets the same type of texture and color. And then I'm going to throw it in the oven again at 350 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes until your chicken has an internal temperature of 165. And you can purchase a food thermometer at any of your grocery stores. All right, guys, so at this time, I would turn my burner off, and you can either put it in an oven-safe pan from here, take it and put it in an oven-safe pan and stick in the oven, or if you have pans that are oven-safe up to 500 degrees, you can just take the whole pan and put the pan in the oven. Okay? Okay, so now that our chicken is fully cooked and it's again reached its internal temperature at 165, we're going to want to cut it up in strips. Okay? Again, holding your fingertips underneath your knuckles in a bear claw method so your fingertips are not exposed to the knife blade. Okay? Just going to cut down through it. Thin or as thick as you want. You can put them in strips. You can dice it in little chunks. It's your preference. Okay, I'll use the other half of this chicken. Again, cutting down through it. bear claw method. Okay, so now you have some nice looking little chunks of chicken there. A few things you want to watch out for while you're preparing your chicken is if you're not wearing gloves, you want to wash your hands after touching the raw chicken, because raw chicken can have salmonella and other type of toxins or bacteria that might be on the raw chicken at that time. So make sure that you wash your hands, wipe down any surfaces that the raw meat might have touched to ensure that you're not spreading the bacteria or the toxin to yourself or anybody else that you might be cooking for.
Now, we talked about searing the chicken that's on the stovetop. If I'm going to cook it in the oven, do a baked, what's a good temperature to cook the chicken at?
What I find, if you have just a regular conventional oven, is set your oven at 350 degrees. And if you're cooking your chicken from raw without searing it, from raw, use about 20-25 minutes until the internal temperature of your chicken is 165. And that's used by using a meat probe or a meat thermometer. And you can pick those up at any grocery store for relatively cheap, $5 to $7. And when it reads 165 or above, your chicken's ready to eat.
All right. Thank you, Chef.
Thanks, Chef.